guys, had a request for 38 Years Old by the Tragically Hip. So it's probably be about 3 parts on this one. I think the very first part they do it for like up to, I think it could be 8 or 10 times. We won't count it right now because that'll take up too much video time. But I found a cool trick for the beginning part of it where I've always had a hard time getting this note to come up quick and get that. I mean, it's okay once I get it. You got to watch your fingernails, keep your fingernails like really short, because if they're a little too long, you only have a little bit of room there between those strings. But anyways, to get through the first part of the main riff that I just played, I usually start off with this A minor chord, and I'm using finger 2, so you might want to practice bringing finger 2 down to string 1 on fret 1, and below finger 1, so finger 2's moving down below finger 1 on the first fret. Because this change is pretty fast, we get this down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So that's the kind of strum he's using, and it's like, as soon as that up happens, this finger has to get to there. So it's like down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And when I say the last up, this finger comes off again. So we get this down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up. So that has to come in on the up. I'll try it once more. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. See, I went on the down that time. So it's really tough to get that up stroke. So you might want to just go really slow and do stuff like. And work it that way. Try not to go as fast as the song because it'll take forever. You're trying to teach your hand tricks, and there's thousands of them on a guitar. So that's why I really enjoy doing videos. There's endless things that I can teach and show. And but one of the most important things is just trying to get this dexterity, where this hand doesn't be doing things like this. Doesn't, good English. Where your hand won't be doing things like that or moving around. Really, you should practice keeping your wrist down. You get lots of room here, and you practice bringing finger 2 down to string 1 and back up. Oh yeah, and the other thing is, if you're watching this video and you're liking what I'm doing, please hit the subscribe button, as it makes me want to do more videos, knowing that I have people who are subscribing to my channel and are interested in how I teach, and I'm actually helping you. Also, if you can comment about if the videos, what I can improve, if you like the videos, good things, bad things, and that would be awesome for me, as I doing this on my free time, but I love it. But your support is definitely, I thank you for all your support. So yeah, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be great. So back on to our lesson here with finger 2. We're going to take this finger 2, drop it down to fret 1 on string 1, and again practicing it nice and slow, where we get this. Don't really have to come back there. You could just go, because when I leave, I'm actually trying to get to C. So another great exercise is from this position, practice bringing these 2 up to string 5 and 4. Now what will happen is that you'll be like, oh my God, I can't reach to there. Well, that's everybody's worst habit, is this hand like this. If you notice mine, it's down, the wrist is forward, and it's more moving my fingers and stretching them out, pulling and releasing fingers, kind of like that, I guess would be a good way to explain it. And then so we're lifting these 2 off, and it's coordination. I mean, your fingers aren't used to doing this, so it takes a bit of practice where we want to just, and you'll be like, oh, but I've been playing for years, so my fingers can kind of work quickly. It's like anything when you learn stuff. Maybe building a kitchen table, that might take me 2 months because I've never done one before, but after you've done quite a few of them, it maybe take you a couple weeks, maybe even down to a week once you get your plan going. So yeah, same thing working with guitar. You want to that's a great exercise where we lift, place, lift. See, that time this finger missed string 3. So watch that. It has to get to string 3, and this one has to get to 4 and 5. And we don't want to do things like this. I mean, that's how we start, but your goal is to make them land together. Don't just try and do this and this, because then you're going to miss your beats with your right hand. You have to land together. See how that works? Like that. That takes a bit of work. You'll probably start off and you'll be like, oh man, I just missed, and that's cool, that happens to everybody. But if you're thinking about it consciously and you're working at it, eventually your fingers go, okay, I know what you want me to do now. So yeah, that's a good tip for this one song. That took me today, actually. I just clued into this finger moving down and then up like that, which looks really cool and sounds cool. So I'll play it one more time and then we'll talk about the C chord, this chord, and changing and getting back. How many times we count it, I'll put it on my next video when I start the next section. All right, so here we go again. We're doing this down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So on this last up, you want to get up. You want to get these up to there. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And actually I get kind of two ups. It's like a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I'm thinking too much, sorry. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I gotta try it again. Yeah, so that's the idea of making this finger lead, but to get to here we'd want two ups. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That kind of works even better. And really focusing on these bottom strings. So that can be pretty tricky, and then we get to the C chord here where we're picking this root note, and then we get an up, down, up, and we're picking the string 5 on fret 3. Oh, that's good, my GoPro's working good, I can see it on my phone. And then we bring 2 up from this position and pick the same way, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. This is our 3rd fret on the top, and then we're going to get down, up, I think. Let me run through it once. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. Yeah. So on the last one, we're going to hit the root note on the top here. Finger 2's kind of in the way. There we go. I don't know which way to go with my finger with cameras. But yeah, so we're hitting this root note once, and we get a down, 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 up. So we can come back to this A minor in time. Yeah, it's almost like finger 2 comes off. See how I go? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, change. So I get I'm on this chord here, up, change. That's a great practice exercise too. And go slow, like something like up. This finger's down here and ready. Up, change. Up, change. That's a hard change right there. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So sometimes when I'm thinking about the song, how it's played, I really just play it and I got to watch what my hands are doing and figure it out. So I would really recommend those 2 ups there, as I'm finding it's really helpful to get to this C chord. Otherwise, you kind of feel like you're getting jarred and stuff with your rhythm hand. But yeah, so I think that's a great technique, using finger 2, toggling it back and forth, using these 2 fingers to get to C. You might have to squeeze a little bit here, but I always like to keep my hand like this, and you can see that, you know, there's lots of room for a pen or a pencil. Sometimes I guess when I'm playing, yeah, see, I just try to keep my hand in one position and move fingers. That's tough, it's hard, I get it. I've been there, so Yeah, and the last part we got was that root note on 5, so we're picking string 5 up, down, up, string 5 again on fret 2 with finger 2 coming up from string 4 off your C chord, down, up, and then the G, down, down, up, and right back to the A minor. So play it for a minute really slow so you guys can hear it too, so something like... Part changing on that side. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, up. It's like 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 2 E and. So to count it would be like 1 E and a 2 E and 1 E and a 2 E and. That's hard. I'd have to figure the count out. 1 E and a 2 E and a. Yeah, so to count it and do all that, that's more thinking. But so I just like calling the strums down. I can figure out how to count it out, but it'd just take the video too long. Something I should do before the video. But yeah, I hope that helps you through the beginning part. And I'll post the second part with how many times that beginning part goes for. And we'll come out of the beginning part going into the next part so you can see how we get out of the verse part into the next part, where I think we call it the pre-chorus. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and yeah, subscribe to my channel, and we'll post more videos. Take care.